All right, call meeting ordered, 5:02 PM. Introduction, select board first.
Matt Maxwell, Select Board.
Carrie Keenan, Select Board.
Dan Webster, Select Board.
Ed Fournier, Town Administrator. Chuck Newton, Newport Fire.
Deb Penguin, Town Clerk.
Also have David Barlow, Treasurer Online, and Town Accountant Melanie Rodzinski. All right, changes or additions to the agenda? And any public comment?
Just from Newport Fire Department, we did go through and test all of the dry hydrants within our coverage area in the town. We found some that need repair and one that is out of service. Excuse me, two that are, I believe, that are out of total three that the repairs along those lines. Anyway, we're waiting on parts. Once they're in, we'll start repairing those items.
Nice, thank
Awesome,
you.
thank you.
Was there one that's like out of service and gonna stay out of service, or two of them?
So,
Yeah, what's the difference between out of service and need repair?
So when drafting from a dry hydrant, if there's a small leak, you can still use it. So we call it in service but needs repair. If there's a large enough leak that prevents us from drafting, we'll take it out of service. So yeah, we've got right now the one that is Airport Road near the intersection of Coventry Station Road. That one is out of service. We're unable to draft from that. And then the one up on Maple Ridge is also out of service. That one has several leaks in the plumbing there. I believe last year we couldn't even use it because the pipe was out of the water. It was so dry, so it was unable to be tested last year. And then on Spencer Hill, that one that's usable but still has a small leak that should be repaired.
So will the out of service ones, will you be able to fix those?
Yeah, so after we repair them and test them again, we'll put them back in
Back in
service.
service,
Since I noticed that they're back.
You have them out of service for you, so they're not going up there trying to fill them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. They're internally on our list of out of service.
Yeah. Gotcha. Thank you.
Nice, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next up, we have some new town garage updates. So David and I and Melanie met, we discussed a little bit of timeline, a lot of finance stuff. Give you a couple quick ones from me before I ask them for some input. For the grant funding, I'm gonna meet with the planning commission to discuss that. Other than that, I've checked with Eric Pope, you did also, right? There's nothing there. Checked with the Barton Town Clerk, they didn't have a lot of luck. So we'll keep trying to see what's out there. And then for the finance, we had a good meeting. I discussed stuff with Melanie and David. At some point, you guys will have to make a decision about the funding and the finance for it. But if Melanie's ready, I'll bring her in to discuss that a little. Hi, Melanie.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hi, Melanie.
Yeah, we had a pretty good and productive meeting last week about just trying to get a kickoff, and I appreciate, Ed being proactive about just trying to see what's coming. I think that there's going to be some planning to be done by the select board about how they want to use what I'll sort of call like excess funds from the waste fees each year. For the past few years, you've been using it on paving. And my previous discussions with Scott had been that, there might be an idea that you would suspend paving for a couple of years to free up 500,000 to 700,000 over the course of a couple of years to make sure that you can retire any kind of funding or debt that you might secure for this project. And so the board's just going to have some decisions to make about what they want to do as far as setting aside this money and whether it's a priority to pay off the debt. As far as actually acquiring loans for this, you won't have any trouble with that. You'll have options of either getting a revenue anticipation note in a line of credit form or in potentially a 1-year loan where while you're during the construction phase that David can go ahead and invest those proceeds in your other investments account, the cash money market option, so that it's not costing you as much while you're holding on to that cash, but it's available during construction. Or you can go ahead and get a 3-year note. And so as we get closer to needing cash for this, is when we'll just have to get some bids from, neighboring banks and people who normally do government banking and loans to figure out who has the best rates. And from what David said, Deb might do this on the school side, so she might have some insight as to who the school normally does business with. So I think you're pretty well poised to be able to secure financing that works for you.
When do we think we'll need a good chunk of change? Not till the spring, or I don't know anything about this type of construction. Do you give a deposit when you sign a contract with the lowest bidder? Do we know?
Yeah, E.H. Hansen, there was some correspondence from them, and he said that he was anticipating that this is going to be an AIA contract, which is typical. And in my experience, there's usually an initial materials draw because they have to buy all of their materials and store them. But he thought because of the timing that this would likely go to its RFQ, RFP process over the next coming months, and that they would sort of be preparing for construction in the spring. And so I don't think you'll need to part with, more than maybe $100,000 or something. And you'll have that cash because you do still have, you have a little over $1 million in the building fund right now. So I think you'll have a good runoff to anticipating how much you're really going to need. And you don't actually have an RFP done yet, so you don't know what the real bids are going to come in at. And that's kind of a piece of information that we really need to have before we can figure out how much money you need.
Thank you.
I have a question for you guys for that. It's been mentioned by Roy and probably helped Melanie somewhat with the timeline. Are you thinking like fall bidding or sooner? Or, I mean, that's gonna all be up to you guys.
He's the expert. I mean,
He mentioned the fall. but
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know if
Well,
it.
the sooner the better.
Yeah.
Sooner the better.
So if we can do it, we can get a bid package ready for the fall, then.
Yeah, I know,
That's
that's what
good.
he was planning on.
Yep, yep.
I have another thing too to talk about in terms of that. From the beginning, it's been discussed, especially with Jim, that one of the benefits would be to use that as an emergency shelter. But I've talked to Roy a few times and he didn't have a ton of information on that. So, I mean, maybe Melanie knows also, but I don't know if you guys have any recommendations. You don't want to build a garage of that cost and then find out you're supposed to have an extra door in the back or something.
Right.
So
No.
I'm wondering, maybe get Jeff Wilson involved, and I mean, you'd want to check all the boxes for a shelter, right?
Yes.
Would be my
Yeah.
concern. You don't want to build that and deal with it later. So
Jeff will know.
Jeff,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whoever your EMD person is would probably know. And then as far as grants, there's possibility that if you need a generator for this facility, I don't know what the adjacent facility has for generator power, but if you do want to get a generator for this facility, there might be grants available for that.
do you know? Does the
There's a generator out
garage have a
there.
generator?
Yeah.
Generator we can use for the new building?
That's use one.
All right, thank you, Melanie.
Will it run both buildings? That's what I'm.
It's old.
I don't know if they'll run both buildings.
Yeah. You might-
It may have to be upgraded,
Right.
but even if there's grants out there.
Mhm.
It's probably 10 years old.
Yeah, so it might be worth it, especially if there's grants like the energy efficient,
Yeah.
different things.
So we'll go for the fall bidding, and then I'll get Jeff Wilson, talk to him about the.
Yeah,
That's
figure
gonna
out what
be-
what the requirements are and just.
And Roy didn't have from the HN.
No, he's not gonna
Kind
do
of
that.
on it,
Yeah.
so.
Yep, Jeff will know.
Okay. Sounds good. The second part of that, David and I were discussing, so I'll try not to confuse you because I don't know a lot about it, but project management, I know you motion Jim as a liaison. But also, you have the general contractor who's running the job, but as David said, that should be illicit that that's your project manager. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on it, and Jim came in today, I didn't bother him because there weren't a ton for the building for him, and he was here last meeting. But I talked to Jim for a minute and he said he would be able to provide, he's not gonna be able to be there all the time. So he could provide oversight. But I don't know if there's also, when I did talk to Roy, you can hire like a clerk of the works, but then you're getting into a lot of money for that, so. Do you guys have any thoughts on project management, general contractor?
I don't,
I don't know anything about it. That's not
yeah,
something.
it sounds more than what,
Yeah,
Well, I deal with that a lot. I would suggest using your general contractor or visual pay as your project manager. Some towns like Burke I'm doing right now, they decided to kind of be in-house their own GC project manager. And there's just some stuff that like the select board can't, they just don't know. They usually
Yeah.
just aren't carpenters, so you don't know how the project should function a lot of times. But typically your GC at the job runs your projects and that's who you contract to do all that.
Dave, anything?
Yes, I just want to, we're starting the conversation on this. Just whatever contract it is that we sign should be very explicit about who is the project manager and what the duties are. We don't want to leave that as a mystery. It can be the general contractor or it could be somebody else, but it needs to be very clear.
when we talked to Roy, he made it sound like whoever's doing the job. You talked to him about this a little bit?
A little bit, yeah.
I
That's
thought,
what I was under the impression, but as David's saying, I don't wanna just be under the impression, we gotta
Yeah.
make sure.
I can just add that AIA contracts, which is the American Institute of Architects, have a prescribed form. And what ends up happening is that the major components of the building and all of the drainage and septic things that you're working on will be lines on the actual progress invoices. And each time they go ahead and draw down and requisition a payment from you, there will be an engineer of some sort certifying the progress on the building and that it's being done to its standards, and there will be a retainage. Like they had said, it's generally 10%, and that's what I normally see is 10%. So there will be somebody attesting to the work being completed in its phase of completion throughout the project. Assuming it's AIA.
Thank you. Any other questions, you guys, thoughts on that, or?
so Melanie, you're saying somebody will be there, just why will they be there? I mean, I know why they'll be there, but why will they have to be there?
They won't necessarily be there all the time, but an engineer of sorts does need to certify the progress on the project and its components. And so they need to physically inspect the site before they can do that.
I guess how do we make sure they're there? I just got that they're just going to be there from
Yeah,
you.
I think that the AIA contract is the key piece of that. And so whoever's going to be going ahead and signing off as engineer, which is why it's sort of surprising. Yeah, did you say that Hanson wasn't going to be involved throughout?
I didn't say yet. I can find that out through the whole process. The last couple of emails I've talked to him about, I think that was his plan, was to be involved throughout.
And depending on who you get, I don't know who the larger companies are in that area that you would normally advertise with, but they would have somebody that was responsible for certifying progress also. So we'll have to see how that comes together.
Okay, but to be clear, the certification process, which is very important, is not project management. So, and I don't mean to turn it and make a mountain out of a molehill right now. It's just that it's something we need to be careful of and attentive to when we're doing the contracting process. All aspects. So, project management and the inspection process.
Yeah.
Maybe we can ask like Barton how theirs went, or other towns that have built new garages. Get an idea from them of how they did things.
I think you hit it, Dave. Just there's a lot of things that go on, and project management should be is something that they got to have.
Well, it pulls it all together.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a public building has lots of weird stuff that you don't have when you build a house.
Yeah.
And you even need project managers when you build your house. So definitely need it, I think. We just want to have it as part of the conversation and part of what Ed asks about, and part of the business of getting this building built on
Right.
time and on budget.
Anything else, Dan? Or sorry to put you on the
I,
spot.
I would just, if you want to have, like you said, you have, Jim as liaison, but if you want to have one of the select board members, that goes and they talk specifically to the GC, and the GC gives updates to, would be the other idea, and like I said, the GC should manage the project because he's gonna take care of all the sub work, make sure all the sub work is being done correctly. And then they can report back to one person from the select board and just go there with it, make sure that the project is progressing as the schedule, because the GC's gonna provide you a schedule and how each thing should lay in plan. You just need to make sure that that's progressing as it's laid out, and that things on the plans are getting done. But if you pick a good GC, like some of them I've worked with, that's what they do. They do project management as well as the carpentry.
Mhm.
You just have to pick the right person.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Because we had that at school, because we ended up going with the clerks of the work, and our clerks of the work basically wasn't doing clerks of the work. I mean, we had contractors showing up because they called, can I come? Yeah, you can come. Clerk of the work never left the outside of the sale, and thought it was time for him to go home. So we had contractors going 2 or 3 times trying to do work. They couldn't even do work. They left. They billed us because they had all their time, their equipment, all their stuff there, and it's because our clerks of work. So you hit it straight head on. Need to make sure you're picking the right one who's actually doing the job and not wasting money.
So Melanie, for timeline, this should definitely be decided before the contract, right?
Yeah, I think that if you have to put it into the RFP process, that you expect that whoever's awarded the contract will be dealing with the various aspects of project management. Again, I'm not sure what kind of, because I know they had some ideas about, where to send this RFP, and who the, likely respondents would be. Some of the companies, they don't really use a lot of subs because they do have all of the required trades that work for them, and so it really does depend on who you select. That will determine how many subs they really need to be coordinating with.
So not tonight, but at some point you guys will have to decide what route you want to go.
That might be a question for Roy too.
Okay.
And it's excellent. Just again, it's really great that you're having these conversations now. You're months ahead of potentially of the RFP, and so you're doing it the right way. That's just good work.
Thanks.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
You guys are
Third one
great.
down. We just discussed this a little bit, but Matt, you were gonna attend the finance meeting we had. David and I were discussing this, and we really should have one of you motioned as a liaison for that. So if there's like decisions that need to be made quicker than a meeting.
Yeah.
For finance, for
Yep.
funding, whatever. So if you could do that tonight, that'd be great.
So
One of the 3 of you that would want to attend like other meetings we have with Melanie and David and make decisions on funding.
I can do that.
a motion for Matt Maxwell to be the finance liaison for the town garage project.
Second.
All in favor?
Hi.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you. All right, and then fourth on that is capital management planning. You wanna take the reins on this, Dave? Or-
Yeah, it's just a point, just to put the one more point on capital management. We're building a big capital building and we're talking about delaying or not doing some paving, also capital stuff. So it becomes increasingly important that we get some kind of capital management plan done. Or at least drafted, so we have a better idea of what it is we got.
So some type of, better tracking and accounting for the equipment and stuff like that. Basically right down to the hours, miles, right, Dave, scheduling, service and all that.
Okay, we talked about that a little bit, Dave. I got
Mm-hmm.
things from Nathan and we can get together and talk about it more.
Yeah, I guess what I'm recommending is some kind of tasking from the select board to the town administrator and probably me in support to get a draft of this plan together and in front of you at some point.
And
Okay.
work with Dave and get a capital management plan in front of us.
I was gonna say the other town administrator.
No, the guy in the blue shirt over there.
Yeah. Either that or it's gonna have to be something talked out in meetings.
Yeah.
Something you want a motion or, I don't know.
I think that's made one.
I make a motion for the town administrator to work with the town treasurer to put a capital management plan in front of the select board within the next several months.
Second,
All those in favor?
I
Thank you, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
Anything else you guys have questions on about the new garage at all?
No, just thank you, Ed. You're doing a
Yeah.
great job.
All you guys are
Yeah,
doing
Melanie,
fantastic.
thank you.
David.
David, thank you. We really, Dan, appreciate it.
You got something, Dan?
Yeah, can I touch base on that? I am here as a resident, this is what I have to say next. But the planning commission has spoke about grants, or is speaking about grants during their next meeting tomorrow.
Okay.
If someone wants to attend that, if not, then we'll vote to have someone attend your guys' next meeting.
Okay.
I was gonna attend it also.
It'll be
probably
here.
heard from them. but-
I'll be playing golf, so.
So,
What time?
I believe it's 5. I'll have to look.
5 here tomorrow.
If not, you can always have someone attend your next meeting and bring what we have.
Mhm.
There are some viable grants that we did find, possibly, we obviously. Have to go through the process of putting them out there, but.
Maybe I'll go
I
listen.
need some good news there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Thanks, Dan.
Yeah. I might come listen as a resident.
Okay, we'll move on to speed ordinance. These came in from a lawyer there, and I sent them to you guys before, but one of them was like a strike version with the notes. The other one was the final version. And in that pile, as you're looking, I printed off 2 things from VLCT, ordinance adoption, quick guide, and then just posting requirements. So I don't know how much experience you've had with this, Matt, for next steps, but I guess first you guys need to decide if you're good with it, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, we did the dog ordinance, so that was a little, not quite as complicated as this, I don't think.
And it looks like in that final version, there's still a note in there about asking you guys if there's roads you wanna add.
I guess, do we have to repeal the current ordinance before we?
No, I think this one says it's in place of it. If you get to the
Okay,
back.
okay, so we don't need,
There's a line.
Any other ordinance or traffic regulation here for adopted by the town is hereby repealed.
Yeah.
Section,
Good.
it's on the last page.
Also on that MAC info sheet, it says the requirements for adopting, amending, or repealing.
okay,
So what are we doing, amending, right, basically, because you had one?
We have, yeah, I mean, we have
So
some,
it's
we
an
have
amendment,
ordinance,
right?
right?
And on some of the roads,
Yeah, I don't even see my road on here. I don't see my road on here, and
is yours 35?
it should be under the 25 line.
Under the
It's
25?
Class 3,
Okay.
but
No, maximum.
Airport Road is now a Class 2 road in its entirety. There's no Class 3 section of Airport Road anymore.
Okay, it's not on the class 3 at all.
It's on Class 2.
Yep. And I don't know if it needs to specify the town from the airport up or not.
Yeah.
This reads like, well, no, no, because it doesn't have the state portion somewhere in here. Maximum state highways, a maximum speed limit on US Route 5, 14, and 105 are the same as the adopted posted by the state of Vermont. So a portion of the airport road should be added to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you to make some notes for me.
Yeah. Route 5 for the airport. And one of these on here that says class 3. I want to say it might be Fiber Mill Road. Is that the one Nathan said we're maintaining, but we don't have to, but there's like 3 or 4 houses on it. It's a class 4.
Where's
They're just past the mill.
Just,
Oh,
it's just
Oh, yeah,
here and up the hill on the left.
that's a Class 3.
I think he said it was class 4.
Class
There's a class 4 that we're maintaining, but there's a lot of houses on it. So when we were talking about maybe giving up some, it might be reclassifying that one.
Okay. Well, let's find out from Nathan.
Okay. And we should have him look at all these roads, like yours is missing, what else is missing?
Right, yeah, mine should be right up here, Maple Ridge here alphabetically.
And why don't you just note that, whatever
Yep.
you want to talk to Nathan.
I thought the rest of it looked okay. Did we share this with the sheriff's department?
Yeah, that's probably on the list, isn't it? That's gotta be,
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't-
If they have anything that they wanna,
even if it's not on the list, we still should, right?
yeah, but I mean, we want them to be able
Oh, to see
to.
if they want to amend any.
Right, it's get their opinion on it, make sure that we're not. doing-
You're on the stop sign.
I saw that, yeah.
I guess I could just drive as fast as I want.
That's right. So maybe I'll have to compare the
Yeah.
roads to the stop sign roads.
And at one point, they had given us some feedback. As to some of the roads that were misclassified that they wanted. to
Right,
correct
so,
it.
yeah, we should check, let's check and make sure before we get this
Yeah.
into the process.
Yeah, and we'll have to, if you see on the second page of the quick guide, we'll have to be cognizant of the timing, because, it goes in the newspaper, but not more than 14 days after the adoption by you.
Okay.
So, I don't want you to adopt it and then 3 months
Right, no, I don't,
circulating it to follow the right.
I don't see Barlow Road on here either.
I'm writing on first.
Barlow Road, I don't see it either. That should be-
What? Immediate rejection.
They must have kind of dismissed that whole
Is it a
spot
class-
there.
Is it a class 3
It's
missing?
a Class 3, yeah, yep.
Okay,
What's the
Maxwell
next
Road.
one down? Towards the airport road on the right. that you-
Laramie,
Is that
that's on
on
there, Laramie goes on there, I saw that.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Not focusing.
Billings Point is the one further down, right?
That's Billings Point's, that's where Colin Parker lives, yeah.
Yep. Because some of these we had talked about giving up too, potentially.
David's showing you his sign.
Oh,
He stole it.
Yep,
No,
That's in it was
Yeah.
Barlow Road.
Yep.
I didn't steal it.
I thought it was teenagers, turns out it was.
Wasn't me. I didn't actually. Somebody made this for me and gave it to me.
nice. Airport Road, oops, what's that? 35.
All right, so what's the plan with it?
Well, we gotta bring it, we can't adopt, I don't think we can adopt it tonight.
No, I think you and I and Scott discussed at one point how long of a process.
It's a long, yeah, I mean, it's a bit, so I mean, we go back to email it to Sheriff Harlow.
Yeah,
Um,
and then get your notes.
get the notes in there.
Add Nathan.
I mean, all the language looks good. I mean, I think we're 90% there.
And then on the fourth or fifth page, it wants to know parking. It shall be unlawful to park at any time on either side of town highway, question mark. I don't know if there's any, that might be question for Nathan too, if there's any that are like really narrow. We want it to be that you can't park on the side of Reed Road because it's so narrow
Right.
or, you know, not make it illegal to park on any of them. Take that out of there.
Are you taking good notes on yours, so you can give that to Ed?
Yep, I've got, yeah, I want to compare some stuff too.
Take Carrie's.
Yeah. Barlow Road, Maxwell Road, I've
Yeah.
got on here. And I'll do some comparing again too.
And
Did
it's
you
just,
see Article 6 also? There's a note there for you, even on the final copy for you guys.
Yep, the section one, the town highway,
oh yeah,
unlawful
park at
to
any
park
time
at
on
any
either side of
time.
a town highway.
Oh, that's what I'm using.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep,
All right.
Okay,
that's
nice
good.
job.
Yep, thanks, Ed.
Yep, thank you. Mhm. Okay.
All right, next up are the local emergency management plan attachments. I changed these around because it had Scott's name on it and Bill Marquette's. But I had a question for you, Matt. Are you familiar with these? You did the last one last year, if you remember.
Yep,
But the updated plan is due June 1st, but
Mhm.
our coordinator of the region is on a leave of absence. So I can't get with him to correct it until, until he's back or whatever. But I don't see why we can't do these now, right? I mean,
No, we
they're
can't.
new, so.
right, we could do these now.
Okay, I
Are they gonna
just-
give us an extension because that guy's out or?
Well, he's supposed to be back in the
Oh,
middle of this.
okay, all
But
right,
these have been waiting, and I put 2026 and.
yep,
I left all the amounts and the authority the same, I just changed Phil to Jeffrey.
yep,
And then we did our reorganization March 9th, so you'll see that in attachment B, the 27 town reorganization.
yep,
And the last ones you did just had a spot for the chair to sign, so.
Okay.
These are attachments to the plan. Basically just for, purchasing
Right,
an
right,
emergency
yep.
and.
I will make a motion to approve the updated amendments to the local emergency management plan and to have Chairperson Carrie Keenan sign on behalf of the select board.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'll see why it matters if they come first.
No, yeah, get them in, get these in, yeah. That way, if something does happen, it's,
Right.
We have a flood in a couple weeks.
Okay, the next one is the amended the MERT documentation, the grant there for the doors and the ADA thing. If you look in the middle, there's the whole grant. I just didn't print it out for each of you, so I printed out each of you the page here. It's attachment A, scope of work. Number 2 envelope.
Yep,
Scope work.
What talks about doors there.
Okay.
yeah, because I know right in it itself, it had already talked about the doors. So yeah, definitely want them sealed up because the one downstairs here, the double doors, you can see right out.
So in the one, if you guys are good with it, in the one that was in the middle, I think there's either a spot for you to sign or to me to sign. Just find it for you.
Yeah, this one.
I'll find it, yeah. the grantee, so I don't know if you want Carrie to sign it or if you want to approve me to sign it.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve the MERP amended documentation and for chairperson Gary Keeman to sign. On select board.
Second,
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I. And what's changing is just they're fixing the doors.
You guys get the locks changed yet?
No. Process.
Hey, maybe you'll get some keys in a fob this time.
Maybe.
We have to find a fob.
They're supposed to come in the middle of this month. Well, I don't know if they're coming to do it, but he's got all the information he needs and he said he touched base with us in the middle of May, so. Yeah, also, Dan, they may be replacing them, so they gotta look at it all, but and then there's. The ADA thing is for the side door there to build it up to sure it's the right level, so they changed both of those. While we're on the MERP subject, I just wanted a quick review. I want to be clear that when Larry was here, you guys decided to do the work downstairs for the boiler and all that,
Mm-hmm.
and then see where we were at before you decided on anything next, right?
Yep.
Right.
That's basically where we were at.
Yeah.
And there was, in that meeting, there was no plans for any solar work, right?
Not at that last meeting, we just said, let's see where we're at. and-
Yeah, let's see how much this costs.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dan, I put you on the spot. Did you have any other questions about that? I was trying to get a more clear answer for you.
I was just mentioning to Ed, because last time I seen like when Larry was here and the other individual, they were talking about solar for what they had done the paperwork for, and then for the number 2 fuel. And I was just like, I think we really need to go back and have a really good understanding exactly what is being contained within that agreement, because we didn't want number 2 fuel, we wanted
Yeah, we're
propane.
doing propane, right?
And
Right.
we really didn't talk about solar. There was other stuff like with the doors and the
Right.
AV handicapped out, we
Yeah.
really could use more than the solar. I just said we really should have a good understanding of exactly what's being contained within.
I mean, I don't mind solar, I hate to mess with the roof, that's the only
Yeah.
thing, I don't.
We didn't put ours on the roof.
I know.
Yeah.
I've got nothing against solar, I just.
Yeah.
I'd rather
Not
put it
on-
towards somewhere else
Yeah.
first.
I just,
Mhm.
I'd hate
Where it could
I'd
be
like,
used.
yeah,
to have it up there.
all the updates that the building needs before the solar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So speaking of, when they came, 2 guys came to measure the insulation through the trapdoor in the ceiling over there, and there wasn't anybody to let them in, so Deb
Area to cover.
Deb Lucas got a hold of me to come and let him in. And if I'd have known it was right there, they could have come up the elevator. Do we have like locks on the doors? We're not secure. I never,
That door is locked full time.
yeah, that one's locked.
yeah, I
This one is
know,
locked.
I know it is, but if
no,
anybody wants to
absolutely,
come
somebody
up,
Can come up the elevator.
they can come up
And
the
then
elevator
use
if they
the
want
elevator.
to.
Yeah.
Okay, which, I don't think it's a big deal. There's nothing up here
Well, I
anyway.
have
And then-
keys to this, but I don't
Yeah.
know how that works with
You can
fire
lock it.
ordinances and all
Yeah, you can
that.
lock the elevator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
We
can.
generally don't. Most people have a hard time trying to figure out how to use the elevator. So I don't think that that's.
User friendly.
But it's.
So I just-
It's
Yeah.
different. So I think a
Yeah.
lot of people don't know how to use it. They
Yeah.
really have to.
So I
look that
just
up.
want people to be aware, if we think this is secure up here, it's not.
No.
Never gave it a thought. Yeah,
Absolutely.
which was fine. They were here for 5 minutes.
Eric went through the trouble of changing all the
Lost.
locks. Yeah, this, that.
I mean, you can lock it, like we said, I just don't know what the fire regulations
Yeah.
are on and all that.
Yeah, I don't.
I would say then you've got to have all of the different committees, this
Mhm.
planning commission and fire.
Right.
They'd have to have a
Anybody
key.
has meetings.
Meeting up here would have to have a key to
Yeah.
unlock it and relock it, and
If somebody shows up that needs it,
I don't know that it's a big deal. I mean, if somebody breaks in, there's cameras, we're
I
gonna
mean,
see,
Chris
who-
uses sometimes.
Yeah, he does.
When his lights are not.
Yep.
working.
Yeah.
cause we're gonna see on the cameras if somebody comes up to steal computers or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, you're all right for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one more question for you, Carrie, on the MERP thing. I was gonna get more details of the work he's doing, but I believe in the emails that you were on, Larry said he was sending that, right, before bidding. He's gonna give us a proposal of everything.
Oh, yes, yeah, he's supposed to get something together like in the next couple of weeks, I think
Yeah.
it said.
Okay,
Mhm.
I'll touch base with him.
Mhm.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Town road and bridge standards document, you already signed a document like this, and Eric Hope thought the town didn't need this one. But the towns do, so it's similar to the other one, it should be in the middle there. I think I filled out a couple things on it for you.
It's the same thing.
I think it's more along the lines that you okayed the document,
Oh, okay.
saying you
All right.
okayed the other one. if that
All right,
makes
yep,
sense.
I'll make a motion to approve the certification of compliance for town roads and bridge standards.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Yep.
Tax collector transition, I've got some information from David and Deb for the computers and stuff. I'm gonna send everything off to the lawyer and have them send the letter, so that's where we're at. And you mentioned having it delivered by the sheriff, right?
Yeah, we had talked about that in the last meeting or two. I don't know if we want the lawyer to write a letter and have the sheriff's department deliver it, or start with mailing the letter, maybe certified return receipt or something.
Yeah.
Start with that, and then if nothing happens, then maybe the sheriff's department delivering.
Yeah.
So we'll have the
Yeah.
lawyer draft something.
That's all I had for an update, unless you guys have any other questions.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
That's the next step with it. That's all we can do.
Mhm.
Did you wanna start on other business or?
I can. I talked to Nathan this morning. Just cause, a couple of people have asked me about the airport, not Airport Road. Aldrich Road, where they replace the culvert and the dirt comes out and they refill it, and dirt comes out and they refill it. It's just wet. So I talked to him this morning and he's gonna get bids to have somebody blacktop it.
Okay.
And then he's got culverts he needs. 7 pipes and 4 culvert bands are urgent. And then another 4 pipes and 2 more bands, which would be 11 pipes and 6 bands. So he's got culverts that are failed, one's covered over, but the budget says no. So he's looking for guidance on replacing culverts. And I mean, it was said in the last one, like the one that's failed. And one of them's Cleveland Road that's gonna get blacktopped. So does he wait till July 1st? Or like, I think it was Melanie in the last meeting, it says safe roads, not. Does that make them safe if the culvert fails and the road caves in?
He needs.
He needs permission because there's no more money. He's overspent his budget. So he needs permission if he can order culverts or not order culverts. And some of them he said are urgent.
David, do we have money someplace else that we can use for this?
How much money?
It's quite a lot. I mean,
I-
this thing I got in my hand says $12,000.
Yeah, that's not
Is it?
it, he wanted me to explain it to you.
Oh,
Because I remember when he ordered some one other time, it was over his $10,000 limit, so he had to
Yeah.
You
get
have a
permission.
copy there with highlights on
Yeah.
it. So this thing's kind of confusing. The first thing highlighted are the most necessary ones. He's got notes there to you too. the most
okay.
urgent
All right.
ones.
So look, that looks like that's about $5,000 then.
Right, that's about $5,000, and then forget that one, the part that isn't highlighted would be all of those plus extra stuff, that would take care of everything, and that's about, what is it, 7,500?
Okay.
So the 7,500 covers everything, I don't know why the 12,000, why they add them together, but that's what Nathan told me to tell you.
Yep.
And they do get, how many do they have to do on Cleveland Farm Road? before they-
I'm not sure
Now,
about
let's
that.
see. One for sure on must be Hancock Hill is complete failure. The road is gonna give at some point.
Speaking of roads, how's your road by the bridge there?
It's
Did they do anything?
gravelled up.
They gravelled it up, yeah,
It's just so narrow there that.
right, yeah.
So there's one at the intersection of Cleveland Road and Coventry Station Road that's actually on Coventry Station Road. And then one on Cleveland Road, which I have that pipe for Cleveland, and I have,
Okay, so he's got those. then.
he's got those. He's got one of
He's
those,
got one of those.
but those need to be done before it's paved.
Yeah.
And he said they have the time for one job in June, but he would like to hold off on the dirt road so that they get packed more. So maybe the June could be the top coat.
So where's this big one going, Ed, the 18 by 20?
Is that the top one?
Yeah, the top
Yeah.
one, where, is that,
You
that's
have that, Carrie? This is
that's
all
Hancock
Gabe
Hill?
was the
I
announce.
don't have, no,
like, where's he putting this one?
that I don't know. Yeah,
I
I've
can
got
find out.
3 culverts I'd like to replace on Hancock Hill.
That must be one.
Yeah, one is a complete failure. The road's gonna give at some point. But with a machine there, oh, must be, then we go on to Cleveland Road and Coventry Station Road need to be done before paving. And then one failed on Glen Road that the shoulder covered, need to put a new pipe in. So 7 pipes and 4 culverts are urgent, which is the $5,000.
Oh, back to Dave. Is it 7,500?
7,500 is what he would need now.
Well, yes, we have the cash to do it. I mean, if it needs to be done, it needs to be done. It's not generally a level of spending that's super concerning. If it happens just once.
Right.
I'm gonna put in a plug for taking a look at your culvert inventory. I think it's published in the state website, and assessing the condition of your culverts because they don't fail overnight usually.
Yeah.
And a lot of times departments will have some culvert like standard sizes on hand. Like they might choose a year to order a certain stockpile of them because they get a discount when you order a certain number of feet or whatever it is. I don't know if you have secure storage for that kind of material or not, but that is a typical thing where culverts are like a line in a budget for 1 year with the anticipation you're going to buy an inventory of them so they can be placed when it presents itself. Because summer highway projects, you got to strike while it's hot, right? And when it isn't mud season, and when you can do the work, and when somebody's not on vacation. So having a culvert supply and understanding your culvert inventory and what needs to be replaced in the future is probably something that could go with capital planning.
Yeah, we do have some, and he says on here that there are some he does have.
It just shouldn't
He doesn't
be an
have-
emergency. I hear you, Melanie.
Mhm. And it's only, I mean, he's got the authority to spend either of those amounts if there was money in the budget. So that's his concern, is the budget.
All right, well, I'll make a motion to allow the road foreman to spend $7,500 for culvert replacements.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, I'll let him know.
All right, thank you.
And let him know what Melanie just said about
Getting some
keeping a better eye on it.
Yeah. All right, next up, actually, I got this email from Deb and I sent it to you guys, if you remember, about the ash borer. there's a little bit of a presence in Coventry.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, really?
So I sent that ahead to
I remember
Nathan to
that.
send it to John, so he has it.
Okay.
But it's, he got hurt at home, so it's possible he may not be able to do a lot on it, so I sent it around to everyone. I don't know exactly everything you're supposed to do on it, but if you guys had any thoughts, how to handle it, put you on the spot, if John's not able to do a lot, but.
What is there to do?
Maybe what you have.
Yeah, that's
You
not
good.
cut the trees down if they're.
I don't know, there's all kinds of links to the state and all that, but I sent it to him, but. I don't know if somebody in his place can work.
He's not working right now?
He is, but he hurt himself at home, so it's
Oh.
possible he'll be out for a little bit.
Don't we have more than one tree warden? Don't we have 3 tree wardens?
No, we have 3 fence viewers.
That's
We've only got 1 tree warden. It should be the other way around. But so I don't know. I don't think we've used a fence viewer since the 50s, but.
And I can get more information on what's involved.
Yeah, I mean, can you commute? Can you talk to John? Like, can we, I mean, he must,
Yeah,
I mean,
I can.
he goes to these tree warden.
Okay, I sent it to Nathan and had him send it
Yeah.
to John, then double checked, and he did send it.
I mean,
to
I know
us.
we've sent to the town, has sent him to a couple of
Okay.
things to learn about, so he might be able to tell us something at least, or
Zoning and planning boards too.
who to call. Yeah,
Yeah, I sent it to everyone.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely have
Put
to
you on the
ask.
spot.
'Cause
Right.
I didn't know if you had
Well, I mean,
any
there's a-
thoughts, yeah.
There's a tree guy that used to have his car downstairs on the.
northeast tree.
Yeah.
Is that the one you can't get hold of or can't get him to call you back?
Okay.
That might have caused something to do with it.
All right. Well, maybe there's somebody else.
Talk to John and.
Yeah,
Talk
and-
to the state
yeah.
and see what we're supposed to be doing and whatever.
It's not like you can walk every inch of woods and look for the
Yeah,
signs of them. I wonder if
Are
they
there,
can,
I mean,
I wonder-
are the signs obvious?
I don't have a
I
clue.
think it looks like a
Mhm.
Wormhole.
wormhole.
and it
And
takes some of the bark right off.
And what kind of trees do they do?
Ash.
Ash trees. Yeah, let's find out, I guess.
See what John knows.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much you can do. You can't go pick all the bugs out. It's just coming.
Yeah, just hope that.
I don't know if you've seen the trash that you hang, those purple boxes you see in the trees during summer times.
Oh, is that what those
are
are?
traps,
those
those
are-
are traps for that dashboard.
Oh,
So I don't know if there's a state program that we can get a hold of
Yeah.
those and have the road crew hang some in areas that we know they are.
Okay.
or Where there are ash trees.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dan.
That'd
Yeah,
be
I'll get
great,
ahold
yeah.
of the person in the email.
Yeah.
I also looked through some of their email and there was some sort of parasite wasp that goes and eats them, but I don't know how good this feels about releasing a different.
It's blossoms in there, they'll take care of it.
Lisa.
It's kind of a tragic thing that they're, I don't know where they came from, but
Oh.
Okay, thank you.
Of course, if they know their income, too, they could tell us when.
Mhm.
Just reported them.
Okay, quickly, I got a couple more quick ones for you. The backhoe, has been delivered to Beauregard. Rainey delivered it, and Nathan wanted to let you know that he thinks all of it's gonna be under warranty.
Oh, my
But it won't
fault.
be exhausted, he thinks they're gonna deliver it to,
Oh, good, return it back.
Yeah, good.
so with the budget stuff we're talking about, he thought that was good.
Yep.
And then last, the 89 Main Street fence, do you get all my notes about
Mhm.
that?
Yeah, they don't
A lot
want
of
us.
stuff going on. I did wanna know, whatever you decide, they've even asked people to take fences down because of the flooding, so.
Okay,
You and
well,
I discussed it a little, but, the lady from the state said, go ahead and fill the thing out, but I want to check with you guys first, because if you start applying for a fence and all that.
Because in there, it says you have to say what the fence is, where it's going.
yeah, it sounds like it's more trouble than it's gonna be worth for a fence.
The biggest thing to me is they could ask you to take it down, they could
Right.
come by and check it, and there's a little bit of debris hung up,
Right,
even on like a split rail,
let's just do the boulders.
are we back to where the fence line actually is?
Gotta figure that out too. Did you talk to David about getting together Friday?
I didn't yet, no.
David?
All right, well,
No, you're okay.
Can we mow it for a while and then just see, revisit it? Has it been an issue back in,
Well, it was this when it was like wet and muddy and people were parking over there. We didn't know
Right.
whose was
There's
what.
still people parking over there now.
Uh-huh.
So the concern is
At Carlene's place, there's people parking?
So I don't know.
I
Well,
went
it's on the side.
Yeah.
But whether it's
Yeah.
He thinks it's his property.
He thinks it's his.
back to where we really need a survey done.
He thinks the
really
pole
find
is
out.
his property, so,
Ooh, rainy.
yeah.
Mhm. David, you there? Hi. Do you have time Friday if I come in the afternoon and we try to look at, you can help me find maps or that type of stuff? See what's.
This Friday, I'm not going to be here, but some other Friday, sure.
How about Monday? Oh, Deb's
Uh,
here. Okay, I'm actually off Friday and Monday, so maybe I'll come in Monday and you can just
Monday is probably good.
point me in the right direction.
It just depends. You can't go off from the town map. You need to have an actual survey map. And if we don't have any survey maps of anything around that area.
Yeah, because we were looking quick one day and we did find where there was one survey map. So I'll just maybe try to do a little investigating before we have them come survey.
Once you, I
Because
mean,
I don't know if Carlene thought there was pins over there.
she did, but I
She
went
did,
over and
yeah.
talked to Steve and he didn't know where the pins were, but he knew where the line was.
Can't we rent a metal detector
Back
from Newport Rental and try to find the pins ourselves?
We can, if that's what you wanna do.
You're probably talking like $100, maybe $150 to rent that for an hour or two. It wouldn't be more than an hour, I would think.
They usually do half day, full day.
the pin that matters would be the one over by the pole?
I would say
And
all
that's-
4 pins will.
Yeah, if we can find them.
Well, I just think that one by the pole, to me, it seems like that would be the last one you're gonna find. Cause he dug all that.
Mm-hmm.
If we're talking 189 or 89 Main Street still,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, that's a really wonky shaped lot. There's a lot more than 4 pins involved.
Yeah, it's like an L.
Yeah.
An L-shaped thing. I was kind of amazed when I saw it.
So I'll swing in Monday afternoon. See what we can find and then, did they get back to you on Cleveland Road, the line
They're supposed to do that this
this
week.
week? Yeah, oh, it is only Monday, isn't it?
Thanks,
Well,
Gary.
If you wanna go for the metal detector, do that and see what we can find, or.
Let me come in on
Give
Monday.
Carrie a chance
Yeah,
first.
let me come in on Monday first to see if we can have any general ideas.
And then, once we look, if you wanna look for, I'll help you for all 3, then.
Mhm.
Once we know what we have, you could get all 3 surveyed if you have to, right?
Mhm.
River Road here,
Mhm.
over there.
Mhm.
You might have a metal detector for you.
Oh, cool. There we go.
Alright, that's all I had, thank
You
you.
got a kid that knows how to run it?
Yep, actually, it's his metal detector, so.
Oh, you gotta ask permission then first, it's his. Mhm. Yeah, yep. Which kid, what grade?
It's no.
It's Noah.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'd be happy to come down.
Eighth graders need community service?
Yeah.
I can definitely write a letter on his behalf or something,
Mhm.
Okay.
that service provided.
Anything else from you guys?
Mhm.
None, nothing for me.
Nope.
Alright, I'm good. Approval of minutes, 4/20/2026.
Yeah, I read them on my computer. I thought they looked
You
good.
look good.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of 4/20/2026.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Warrants are in the middle.
I've been working on the hospital, also back here.
End up getting a few extra warrants in there too, nothing of any great importance. I think the next one was payroll taxes, and then I got one in there. Email automatic transfers out of the checking account.
So is that its own separate something?
Yeah, it's just, you didn't receive those via the email this
Mhm.
morning, that was later this afternoon. I think I sent you 3 and there may be 5 in there for you to sign now. But that was just the reason behind the extra. There weren't anything that.
How we doing with the cows, Deb?
Actually, you know what? I did have an email from Renee, and I didn't even get through all my emails today to try to get caught up on last week, so I'm not sure.
Okay, what's the cow problem now?
They're getting out again.
Yeah,
Same.
same ones.
Same ones.
So when I end up reading that email, I will forward it to all of you so that you can at least see.
But they were good all winter, weren't they? I mean,
No,
they weren't
they're not
good all,
there.
they were out in the winter too.
I've been getting
You have.
that, yeah.
But I did say, we have the domestic animal ordinance, that's that
We do.
window should be a here shoe.
Yep.
Motion to accept the warrants as presented.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye. Motion to adjourn.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.